and then it wasn't landing, so I was like, I gotta listen to my dad.
How much did the layoff play a role?
I'm sorry.
How much did the layoff play a role in this?
Not at all. Marlon's question.
Marlon, Yokasa's fighting next month in September. Are you going to be watching that fight closely?
I'll definitely be watching just to see who I need to fight, who's next. But the WBO is what I'm going for, what I want, and something that's gonna happen. I need to bring everything home, all the belts, and continue to do so and become undisputed and keep it that way until I retire.
Virgil, how did the cut happen in the first round, and does that affect you one-on-one? Was it a headbutt?
He just came in with his head, and I should have did a better job of keeping him out.
Did it bother you the rest of the way? Or
No, but I did see like a little bit of blood. I was like, wait, is that mine? And it was just a different feeling. It didn't hurt, which is weird. It's my
Was that your first cut? Oh, was
yeah,
it?
it's my first cut. Graduated sick. But yeah, so it didn't hurt. But I was like, man, I'm not supposed to be getting cuts, you know. So
Welcome to the crowd.
How was it having an arena chanting Ortiz? How
hey,
did that feel?
it's a wonderful feeling, you know. Just having the whole metroplex behind your back. Well, basically the whole country. I mean, it was the U.S. versus the U.K. But I mean, it's always a great feeling.
Hey, first of all, I know you said that wasn't your best performance, but you was off for 12 months. You did go through an illness. Coming back, stopping a guy who was undefeated, you still won't give yourself credit for that?
I'm not saying that I got an F, but there's a lot of room for improvement. I know I'm gonna be mad watching this later tonight. So
Look, he was.
And that's why you're gonna be a
yes,
champion.
you're right. It was a year off. It was a year off, you know, and it wasn't the easiest style. I mean, you know, Virgil hasn't faced a guy like that in a while. I mean, if you think about the last 3 or 4 fights, you know, these guys, they were more stationary. They were right in front of him wanting to fight. This guy, you know, this guy was good. He was crafty. He was in there trying to survive after the first few rounds. And yeah, you know, like Virgil said, he started listening to the corner. He started chipping away. That's what you do with these kind of fighters. You chip away, you chip away, you chip away, and eventually he got him.
Question? Just like Virgil is his, biggest critic, I'm sure you are your own biggest critic. What is something that you want to improve or work on for next fight?
Well, I want to improve on everything. I also know that I want to make sure that I'm able to finish people a bit quicker, and making sure that when I see it, I step up to it versus just kind of having a little bit too much fun. You know, I like to make people look stupid, so it gets to me sometimes, and we're really definitely working on that and just making sure that that beast in me comes out a lot faster.
Hey, Virgil, Jeff Zimmerman, Fight News, congratulations. It did look like in the 5th, 6th, 7th or so, you did slow the pace down and started picking your spots more. And then next thing you knew, you got that first knockdown. Was that the advice in the corner, and was that the game plan?
that's how I'm supposed to fight. That's just, I don't know. Like I said, I just went away from my natural, I don't know how to say it, but I went away from it and I came back to it.
Was it the crowd, the excitement, just kind of got you energized to start?
I didn't really hear them. I'm not going to lie, I didn't really hear them. It was just me and my opponent in front of me.
Virgil, I want to take you in the opposite direction, actually. In the third round, you said earlier about, kind of bringing the dog out of yourself a little bit. The third round, after you knocked the mouthpiece out, it seemed like you really put it in another gear once the fight got started again. Anything you want to say about that, or what you were looking for in that moment?
There was a few instances where I had him hurt to the head, and I think where the main problem came was that I was headhunting. And, I mean, the guy can move. He was a very elusive fighter, and he knew I was going for the head because I saw him hurt, and I picked it up, and unfortunately I made the wrong decision. I should have been chopping down the tree.
Virgil, Matt Zucker, Federal TV. In the third round, you knocked out his mouthpiece, and the ref stopped the action. How frustrating was that for you? You had him hurt.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's frustrating. Do I want the fight to hurry up and carry on? Yeah, I do. I honestly didn't remember that till right now. So I don't know how. I remember that they took a while to put in the mouthpiece. You know.
He got a pretty significant break from that.
Yeah. But I mean, it's boxing. It's what can I do? Complain? It's not gonna do anything. Thank you.
Question for Gary. congratulations on a great performance. The first knockdown in the 8th, first of all, we all thought that was the end of the fight. There was no way he was getting up. Were you surprised that he was able to get up and actually survive through that 8th round?
I wasn't surprised. He definitely did what he needed to do to survive. So no, I wasn't surprised or anything.
The WBO and the IBO.
I want to say something also. I want to congratulate James Cooper. It seems like ever since Marlene hooked up with James, she's been winning all these titles. She's been more aggressive. You saw it tonight. You've been sitting down on your punches a little bit more, throwing more punches. So it was a very, very exciting fight. I just want to congratulate James. James, great job. Yes. Great job, James.
Yeah.
How much is more about winning or putting on a show to get people who want to watch that rematch with Sinisa?
I think no matter what, anybody's going to want to watch the rematch with Sinisa. So, I mean, that's going to happen. That's something that's there. It's not just about getting a W ever. It's about really being the best version of myself that I can be and get there as quickly as possible. I mean, that's why Virgil's upset. He did amazing, but he'll never see it that way because he didn't get it done the moment he wanted to get it done. And it's always going to be that way. It's about being who you say you are when you say you are that person and doing it correctly right away, flawlessly. So it's not just about a W. It's about, I am who I say I am, and being undisputed is the way to show that. But doing it even better every time is the way to solidify it.
Marlene has come to attention that there's no women's shoe out there for boxers. Girls have to go and get their boxing shoes. They pick a men's shoe. Can you tell us a little bit about your involvement with designing a women's shoe?
I can. I'm actually working with Nike right now on the first women's boxing boot. So that way women don't have to order, or little girls don't have to order boxing boots in men's sizes. We've been working on it for a long time and making sure a lot of people aren't aware that the men's foot isn't like the woman's foot all the time. So even if I wear a men's size, it's never going to fit the same. And that's not something that you can really afford to lack in a fight. So we're working really hard, been working on it for about 8 years, demoing, changing, doing a lot of things, and soon to be going to have a boot to mass release for little girls everywhere. So we can now order boots in women's sizes.
Thank you.
Marlon, you did badass. You were sitting down on your punches. I was really proud of you.
Just sit down and
don't worry about it.
Wait, just wait. Okay. Well, everybody wash your hands. Let's give everyone the same graciousness.
Great job. Proud of you.
Sit here.
Yeah, sit down. You can sit in the middle.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
So look, so Allah, can you take that outside, please? Yeah. So look, guys, we talked about it all week long. Michael McKinson, he came to win, and we were all very, very happy and proud of him. He came over. Not too many fighters want to fight Virgil. It's really tough matching him up, but McKinson stepped up. He was there. He came all the way over from the UK. He didn't care where he was going to fight him. He just wanted to put on a good show, and I think he did. And I want to congratulate him for putting up a good show.
Thank you.
He came to fight. He's a warrior, and we should all be very, very happy and proud of him. So, congratulations. Say a few words.
Yeah, I was very confident. I worked very, very hard, and I've worked hard my whole life to get to where I am. From a lad from the area I'm from in Portsmouth, this is huge. Getting this opportunity is huge, and I deserved it, but not many people from where I'm from get to fight in the States, but not only fight in the States, headline a Golden Boy show in America. It was a dream come true. My pride's a bit damaged. Like, the first time I've tasted defeat, I know I was losing the fight, but all the way through the fight, there was never a time that I felt that I was going to get stopped. I thought I was going to take him the points and be the first person to end that knockout streak. I really did. In round 8, he caught me with a body shot, but it hit my hip bone, and then the whole side of me, I couldn't really use this side. The end of the 8th, and came out the 9th round. He hit me at exactly the same spot, and it's on the hip a little bit, and yeah, I'm devastated, obviously, but I'm very proud to be here to represent my country, and I hope I made everyone proud back home.
Yes, you did. Absolutely, man. Yes, you did.
Michael, did the fight unfold the way you were hoping it would, strategy-wise?
I knew he would start fast. I knew he would start very fast, and it was a hell of a pace early on. It was a hell of a pace, but as the fight went on, like I could see it going points. I really did. Like I was getting more and more confident that it was going to reach the final bell. He did slow down a little bit and changed his tactics. He was a lot more patient, and if anything, that's normally would work into my hands. Somebody slowing down, but he picked a hell of a shot. Like I said, this is boxing. Like I've never been in trouble in 22 fights, and it is what it is. It is what it is. He's a hell of a fighter. I hope he goes on to win world titles in multiple weight classes, 100%. Then obviously, but I'm a little bit hurt. My pride's a little bit hurt, but it is what it is.
Hey, Michael, Mr. ILTV with Spin Bucket Podcast. First, I want to say shout out to your city and port. And I know it's no consolation prizes in losing the fight, but what you showed to the world tonight is that you belong on this level. I know you say you're
Yes,
Friday.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, wow. I don't belong at the level I was fighting at before. Definitely not. I was cruising easy points wins to the point where I didn't want to fight them guys. I've had it hard my whole career, and people have told me I deserve a big fight. I deserve to be on the big stage, and I never had the fight to prove that I'm world class. I believe I'm world class. I've never had that win that people can say, "Oh, McKinson's a world class fighter," But although I lost, I hope a lot of people can see that I do belong at world class level. I don't want to go back to domestic level at all. That's too easy for me. Hopefully, there's some more big fights out there. 100%. I've proven that I don't mind going to somebody's backyard, being booed to the ring. Like there was a lot of boos to the ring today, but there was a lot of cheers coming out of the ring, and so I'm proud of my performance. I like to watch it back to see how it went, but if it was hostile coming to the ring and people was cheering me coming out, I must have done okay.
Jeff Zimmerman, FightNews.com. We talked the other day, and you said you love that underdog status, coming to Texas for the first time, and you did put on a hell of a show. I also think you surprised a lot of people standing in the pocket right from the get-go. You came right after Virgil. Was that the plan all along? Because people look at your record, 2 knockouts, they look at Virgil, who's a bona fide knockout artist. Talk about your strategy there.
Yeah, my dad told me off a couple of times in the corner. The plan was to stay long and stay what I'm good at. But there's a few times we were close, and I would just want to take every opportunity I possibly can. And if I see a shot, I would definitely take it. To make the most of every little opportunity. But the plan was to try and stay long, try and take it to the late rounds where he's never been before, and then I would get to him mentally. But I only took him 1 round further than he's been before. But I still took him the furthest out of anyone.
But congratulations on a great performance, and thank you. Not too many people have the courage to come out to Texas and fight a Texas fighter in their own backyard. So
Not just a Texas fighter. He's like a hero here. I was heavily booed coming into the ring, but I loved it. I soaked up that atmosphere. Like that's the type of stuff that I'm built for, and I thrive off of it. Coming to people's backyards. I've done it, Tom, and I've done it as I've on my rise. I've done it on small shows and stuff like that. But I got to do it on a Golden Boy show. you know, in front of the world, fighting a guy that's tipped for superstardom. You know, I'm very, very proud of where I've come. Not just for, I keep saying my city of Portsmouth and things like that, but for my country. This is big. Not many people are queuing up to fight ORTIZ, and I jumped at the opportunity. When there was talk of the Avenetian and then it might not happen, I went onto Twitter and said, just send me the original contract. You know, 100%. I'm a very confident guy. I worked very hard. I really did believe I could pull it off tonight, but Virgil is something else. He's, you know, there's not all of that hype for no reason. Like I said, I hope he goes on to win multiple world titles, because then it makes me look good.
You know, we talked in the ring a little bit, and what I told Michael is that us at Golden Boy, we would love to have him back. You know, there's some good fights we can put him in. You know, there's Alexis Rocha, there's Blair Cobb, which, you know, you personally want to fight.
You know, I'll fight any of them.
But you know, we love fighters like this. You know, he comes out and he put on a show. He put on a show, and it proved. You know, the fans cheered him on after, because it takes a lot to come over to another country to fight a guy in his backyard, like we said. And we would love to have him back at some point. You know, so we'll be talking to Matchroom, and if we can match him up with one of our other welterweights, we would love to have him back.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh shit, what's up?
Who's it? Who's it?